headphones on, yeah, to existing cable to try and second hand.
Because they're weird cables, because it's all the speakers are a little bit higgledy, it's all fucking...
Well, that's it. If you buy a brand new sound system, you know, you've got to maybe spend on one complete sound system, then they've all got the same connections, they're all like, you know, the same.
Like, Tim's PA is like, easy. Easy's got on top of there. If you watch out, I can lift it straight onto that chair.
Oh, right, so. Yeah, cool.
No, that's in the bottom, isn't it?
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and
Is there power over there? There's power over there. Are you filming?
Yeah.
Don't just film random stuff.
I'm not filming random stuff, I'm filming like everything and like watching me set up and shit. No, there's like bread.
What are you singing that while it's recording?
I've got a kettle in the mirror.
I don't want sex with you.
Let's watch Kyle climb like a cat.
The first time we kissed will be off a tree.
Will you shut up, James?
It's the right girl, you can trust me.
This kid is gay.
This kid is really gay.
Very gay.
Like, chronically gay.
Immensely gay.
Are there any plugs near you boys?
No. Looks.
You didn't even look. You just looked straight at me and said no.
No,
I
there
can't
isn't.
see it. Oh, there's this plug.
Where?
Just one.
Plug socket.
Plug socket.
So I think we're right now.
There's some over there.
Yeah, we need that 9-volt to reach though for the little mixture.
The mixer will be able to sit up on the phone if it doesn't.
Look at this.
That
was an awesome table.
Is that mindful? No.
Yeah.
You need to be careful with that. I don't like bringing this out because mine is.
It's only a 9-volt, isn't it? You're fine.
Yeah, but
lose
you
it
see
on
the
mine,
connection.
Yeah.
It's a bit fucked.
Yeah, I know, but we'll be alright. Alright, let me try to think about this.
Are you going to use Dave's to power the bottoms?
I feel like a pedo.
Yeah, we're going to have to
Just that
just
film.
jack output. Whereas our new one's only got speaker output. So so it should be easier than this if we could afford the cables we need, but we can't afford the cables.
Do you want to come round, Jake, so you can see back
Yeah,
of the amp
James,
and that?
move.
So what we're going to do, right, I'll let you all
Go
look down in a minute at the connections, because I'm in the way at the moment. I'll talk you through them in a sec.
Why has Tim got this on all of his stuff?
allow it. Allow it.
But come on, let's stay focused on what we're doing.
Sorry.
What camera?
Have you got another jack box line?
Let's go upstairs, I'll have to go get it. It might even be shorter than that one.
Yeah, well, it's fine for sure on that one, because I've gone to the furthest away from this one.
Watch out.
Nice footprint on there.
It'll be nice once the modelling got the screws on.
Yeah. You guys heard of Function 1 sound systems?
No.
Function 1 are like, they're like the Ferrari of the sound system where they make amazing speakers. So we're going to do it where them horns are on the top of these bass ones. We're going to mod and build in scoops on them, based on a design by Function 1, which what it does is it takes the bass, the air, you know, if you stand in front of speakers you get the air coming out when you've got decent bass, like, right? So what it does is it takes that air and it funnels it and it contracts it and then re-expands it. So by contracting it and re-expanding it, it throws it out at a really high velocity. So just even with the same amount of power, the same two speakers, you can basically improve, you know, completely improve the amount of bass that's actually coming out and the power of the signal that comes out.
Yeah.
You know, with the same amount of power, it's good. Function 1 are amazing. Right, so you know about setting up a signal into an ampere, like standard, how you would normally, yeah? You pass us them jacks of phonos, just a minute. Sorry, James. Cheers.
I'm just gonna have a setup like this in my bedroom.
I just want some
Set it in your
speakers.
bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shake the house. so I can't hear my mum complaining.
So we'd normally use that like tractor control X1, which you use for like when you're setting up mics.
Yeah.
That little box, the audio control unit, because that sends a high powered signal because it's USB through an interface. But for now, because we can't have to set all that up, we're just going to use a headphone jack to phone out, how you would in like your car or your home system or that kind of thing. Which doesn't send as high quality signal, but it'll be alright for now. What's that box of cables there?
What's this there?
Right, so all we're using the mixer for is an interface basically, so we can translate the computer to power amps. And it works as a preamp, so it helps boost the signal and control the signal to the right amount. Otherwise, you send straight out of a laptop into a power amp, you're going to have problems and your signal's going to go all funny. So this is just basically a preamp to cross over the signal. And I'll put it out of the tape out. We're going to go out of the main out of the tape out.
Is the amp that I brought in, is that a power amp?
Which one was that?
The Skytech.
That's the one that was sat upstairs for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a power amp. Yeah. It's a digital power amp. These are really old. I mean, these are these are cheap and old. They're not cheap, but they're cheaper than a modern digital equivalent of something this powerful. But yeah, the Skytech one was a 2x100, was it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's a good amp, but
I just need to save up for speakers.
yeah, that's it. But you know, if you look and if you know what you're doing, and you can replace drivers and you can replace speakers. What are you doing?
I was just filming him because he doesn't like it.
Yeah, you can replace drivers, you can replace speakers, that kind of thing. So you know, if you buy a decent cab for not too expensive, and you get a good cab that's got no vibration and it's just solidly built, you can replace drivers over time with new drivers, and you can get a really good sound out of them. You know, that's what we're going to do with these. We're going to mess about with them until we get something good. Right, so we're going to link the amps because what we ideally have would be a big mixing desk that would have 4 outputs, main outs, like what they call 4 bus. I don't know if you've heard people talk about bus in mixers. It means your main outputs basically. So what we would do ideally is have a big mixer and run separate output to this amp, separate output to that amp, and if we had the other 2 amps we're using the system here, we'd again run separate and then separate. But we're going to link the amps for now because we ain't got the cables and we haven't got the mixer. So what I'm doing is I'm running out of the mixer, out of the main outs, into the inputs of the top power amp, which is going to run speak on into these, and then we're going to run a direct link into the bottom amp so that we can run out of the jack outputs. The reason we have to do this is because we haven't got speak on to XLR, and these are XLR, so we need to run jack to XLR.